Good morning, friends. The Rajasthan High Court Justice Sandeep Mehta, he quashed an FIR registered against Mr. Jock Dorsey. You may be knowing him. He is the CEO of the social media platform Twitter, and another journalist by name MM Vettikad. She is a journalist. So under section 482 CRPC. Right. So normally, whenever a case is quashed, definitely you have to remember the provision of law as 482 CRPC by the High Court. Right. So while disposing the criminal miscellaneous petitions in petition number 2818 by 2019, Justice Sandeep Mehta held that the FIR against Jock Dorsey and Vettikad cannot be sustained. The contentions do not replicate that the offences, the sections of law mentioned in the FIR, they can't be sustained. Therefore, the case is, there is no purpose of further investigation and it's liable for punishment. Right? So, before that, I want to tell you this is relating a crime number. Better I will give the crime number first. It relates to crime number 458 by 2018 under sections 295A, 500, 501, 504 and section 120B IPC of Bosni police station in Jodhpur district of Rajasthan. Right. Coming to the facts of the case, I am sure you know Mr. Jock Dorsey. He is the CEO of Twitter, which is located in California, USA. He recently visited, and in the year 2019, he visited Delhi, and he met some of the journalists, particularly a group of 6 female journalists. So he had an informal meeting at that time. So after the meeting is over, Miss Vettikad, she has published in the Twitter profile of Jock Dorsey with a placard. The placard shows "Smash Brahminical Patriarchy." Smash Brahminical Patriarchy. That is the placard, and immediately it has caused outrage among the particular community, particularly Brahmins. It has become highly objectionable and likely to create faction among the society and also induce the religious ill feelings, I can say, religious hatred towards the Brahmin community as a whole. That too, the entire Brahmin community is actually badly hurt. The feelings, they are negative towards this thing. Therefore, and of course, a Brahmin advocate by name Rakesh Sharma, his name is Rajkumar Sharma. He actually went to Bosni PS and reported the matter. He gave a complaint, but as you know, the police refused to register it as a case. Then the other course, section 254, what does it say? So whenever there is a matter of cognizable offense, the police are supposed to register the case. If it is a non-cognizable, then they can take permission from the court and register the case under 155. Suppose if they don't do, then according to 156 CRPC, the plaintiff or the petitioner has got a right to move the court. So the petitioner, Mr. He is Rajkumar Sharma, he filed a private complaint before the 4th Metropolitan Magistrate of Bosni PS, and of course it has been taken on file, and now the same was registered as crime number 458 by 2018. Now let us have a quick look towards the sections of law. Right. So the sections of law are number 1, 295A. So you may be knowing, deliberate and malicious intention of outraging ill feelings between the citizens of India particularly. Please remember, this needs permission from the central or state government to file the charge sheet 295A. Then section 500 and 509. 500 deals with defamation, that is slander. So punishment for defamation, if you use some bad words, then it is liable as a defamation. Of course, you are well aware that it is civil defamation and criminal defamation, as well as you can file as a case of tort law also. Of course, torts are very simple things where you need only compensation, whereas civil you have to pay the court fee. In criminal cases, of course, the gravity should be more, and you can get punishment in the criminal cases. Right, 500. 501, of course, it is if it is in writing form, in printed form, in the published form, section 501, defamation occurs. Then 504 says about the intentional insult. If there is any intentional insult to provoke the breach of the peace, section 504 is taken into consideration. Then the most dangerous section, 120B of the Indian Penal Code. You may be knowing 120B means criminal conspiracy. Criminal conspiracy means meeting minds of two persons to do some act which is opposed to the governance, to dethrone the democratically elected government. 120, criminal conspiracy, all these things you know very well. So all these sections were put, but the police did not take action. Anyway, the magistrate was pleased to endorse the same to the police under section 156, class 3 CRPC. Now the ball is lying in the court of the police officers. Now the matter is under investigation. At this juncture, Jack Dorsey, of course, on behalf of Jack Dorsey, Betty Card, she filed a petition under section 482 CRPC for the quashment of the FIR registered against her and also against Jack Dorsey. Now the court heard the arguments on behalf of both parties. So normally, first of all, let us hear about the contention of the complainant. The complainant says that Brahmin community is the highly respected community in the society at large. Definitely. He says, he endorses that the community is responsible for the creation of social rights and customs, and they are keeping up the Indian culture and heritage. Various shastras were the original creation of the Brahmins, and the politicians, industrialists, cine artists, and social workers, all of them, they seek the blessings of the Brahmins before beginning any auspicious work. So people from other countries, people belong to other religions, they also seek the advice of the Brahmins in India for the auspicious day, for performing the rites of the belated people, all these things. So such is the grandeur of the Brahmin community. But these people, they wanted to smash the reputation of the community. So that is their content, their action. Now the defense argued that a bare perusal of the FIR does not indicate the application of any one of the sections, and definitely it deserves to be quashed. Because during the event, what happened, what transpired, Mr. Ramjit Malasan, he has explained what transpired in the incident. So it is a fact that Jack Dorsey, he visited Delhi. Of course, when I went to Gurgaon, he visited Delhi. This Vetikad and several other journalists met him, and there was a meeting with all the journalists, and at that time, one lady, she came with a placard, and of course the matter, Brahminical pattern, already told you, the matter was already posted, already pasted on the placard, and she handed over the same to Mr. Jack Dorsey, and he endorsed it. That means he just held the same, and at the time the photo was taken and innocently it has been kept in the Twitter profile of Jack Dorsey. Now, Vetikad says that there is no intention on the part of Vetikad to hurt the religious or otherwise any other sentiments of the Brahmins. So, they also emphasize that section 295 IPC, it cannot be taken cognizance without the consent from the state or center. ultimately they buttressed that the concept of course, the so-called Brahmin patriarchally is intended, of course, this concept is intended to enforce the effective sexual control on women, and also not only maintain the purity of the caste, all these things. Of course, the court holds that the institution, of course, it is a part of the Hindu society. The plaintiff is ready. The plaintiff not means on behalf of the plaintiff, Petticoat is ready to apologize if it is hurting the sentiments of a certain community. Right? So now the public prosecutor, they and the other lawyers on behalf of the complainant, they fervently and vehemently opposed and stated that by uploading such picture, definitely the so-called petitioner intentionally hurt the religious sentiments. Now, the judge, having looked into the arguments of both parties, having perused the record of investigation of the police officer, then he found that there is no direct link with any section. Of course, it has no link with the section of the society also. And he stated, by no stretch of imagination it can be seen that these words would be hurting the religious sentiments of any citizen. No doubt, the words smash patriarchal society means it relates to a gender. Even in Brahmins, it relates to women. Therefore, the words convey that the system should denounce the practice of superiority or patriarchal males domination in the Brahmin community. Of course, whether to do or not to do the same, whether to smash the Brahmini practical system or not, it is a matter of your personal choice of the Brahmin community, and it cannot be thrust down on anyone's throat. బలవంతంగా నీ నోట్లో చెప్పించలేరు కదా. It cannot be on threshold. So anyway, the petitioner, on behalf of the petitioner, one of the plaintiff is ready to apologize. Therefore, the investigation need not be pursued further and the FIR is quashed. So please remember, lot of sections are there. So 3 things you have to remember. Number 1, so whenever the police fail to register a case, you can file a private complaint. Number 1. Number 2, the others, they have got a chance to come to the High Court under section 482 CRPC for quashment. Number 3, the provisions of law, you have to know what is section 295A, and 295A needs permission or sanction from the center or state. 295A, 500, 501 doesn't make much difference, and 504 intentional insult, and mostly 125B of the 124B of the IPC. You have to 120B, you have to know all these things, sections. Better you get used to these sections for becoming a good criminal advocate. Thank you.